Hi guys, in this video I'll be summarizing quickly on the changes in AS2 and how it compares to AS1. So if you haven't got the beta yet, you may be interested to see. I'll list and summarize the major changes. I'll also go through the changes in more detail for those who are more interested. But firstly, the more interesting bit that probably the majority of you, including those that do have the beta, do not know. So I've been speaking with the tester whose NDA has expired, so I've got some more information that you may not know of. So firstly, the communication between units has improved, so you may have noticed, those who have been playing the beta, that your units are spotted more easily. That may not be the case. It's just basically the unit relaying the information to the others, so a lot of the other units will start firing at you because that naughty guy has spotted you. Also, the maps you see at the beta are not a sample of what the exact type of maps that you'll see in the full version, as there are different types of maps, meaning the flag sizes, I mean the flag placements will be different, so flags can be further apart, not as close as they are in the beta maps, or the ones that have been released, and also the width of the maps, or the sizes of the maps, are different as well. Also, there's 4 different model types. Not sure if you know, that's snow, urban, desert, and plains or grassland type camo for vehicles and tanks. Also, a bit disappointed on this one, there's no new units for other nations, so the only new units you'll have seen is the what is that new Wibblewerfer type unit? The Ostwind, that's right. So the new units are only the 3 infantry types, the light infantry MG, the light infantry marksman with rifles, and the 80 infantry light as well. So the 3 types are still going to be in all the other nations, but no other new units. All the tanks have been remodeled, for those who like to see pretty models. It might took them a long time, but I don't really care about that. I'm sure those model fanatics will. Also, testing between other units. So they've done testing on unit shootouts. Basically, UK has the worst infantry in the game still. So regular infantry shootouts between each other, UK always lose. At the moment, if you want to know, USA mostly wins in a shootout with a regular. So the MG42, if the is good still, but the M1 Garand seems to pop kill things more quicker in a cover shootout. So any more questions, feel free to post in the comments, as I can probably ask them as well. I just ran out of questions myself, so there you go. Okay, moving on to the major changes. This is basically a summarized version. There's lots of changes in there, but these are the major ones which differs it to our AS1. Basically, the gameplay is a lot more faster and action-packed. The reason for this is the flag placements and the map sizes, and also some of the range changes in tanks and units. So you'll find a lot of more action in this game, a lot more engagements, and less camping as well. So less camping a back flag. Most of the flags, the placements are near each other, so you can actually shoot onto the other flags from your flag. It promotes attacking, I suppose, which is a good thing. Also, I find infantry spamming is needed, so it can be a good thing, I suppose. I guess one of the main reasons in Mal AS1 of getting frustrated is because all the new players don't build enough infantry. In this, it is definitely required, or you are pretty much doomed. You can't just camp a flag with one squad. Also, the locked mode, which I introduced, which has locked on units until you unlock them by playing more games or winning games, is a small annoyance. There are units that you would like to use and should be unlocked at the start, but it's locked. But I think it's a small annoyance, which people will be able to unlock most of them quite easily. Also, useless units have been fixed, which is a good thing. So things like the 3-pointer paratrooper call, they come with 80 infantry now, an 80 guy in there, and also a lot of balance fixes which have fixed the useless units. Map sizes at the moment, with the map rotation in the pool of the beta, I'm not liking the sizes. They're quite small. They remind me of Tramway and Workshop, but I was told that this is not a good sample of the other maps, as there's plenty of other maps with different sizes. So those are the major changes which affect, I guess, affect the gameplay. There's lots of little changes. Obviously, the changes in the interface, changes in the look of the game, the engine, changes the Steam. The Steam integration is great, but these are the gameplay major changes.
Okay, let's have a look at the changelog. You can see multi-core threading's been added, Windows support. Oh, that's awesome. You can play Men of War in window borderless basically, so you don't need to alt-tab out of the game. That's the best feature ever. Animation support, shader support, shadow support, all these nice little graphic things I won't go through. Steam Cloud support, Steam Workshop support, all the Steam integration stuff, inviting friends, and all of that's fantastic. All these other things, unit counts, etc. Recording with Bandicam inbuilt, that's not bad. I won't go through all the nice little fancy model changes. Heaps of them there, but I'll just go through the balance issues which are more interesting to me. So here, pack 40, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's a good call, I think. Definitely was a bit of an OP unit. Webberwerfer increased RPM to 666 to 1120, almost double. Same M19 increased in RPM, T60 increased RPM. So these lots of light vehicles are actually buffed. Increased the accuracy of the wind as well. Reload time though has been nerfed to 16 seconds from 10. Increase the accuracy of SMGs, which I think is a good call. Makes other infantry more useful other than just the MG. Damage taken by behind cover slightly. This is a big one here. Having units take damage behind cover. Basically, in a shootout, infantry can outshoot one another behind cover quite easily now. So MGs are less effective now. You can actually buy light infantry too and outshoot another infantry behind cover and kill them. This also makes other units like .50 cals very effective versus before. In the previous MAU you could shoot a 50 cal at units behind cover or infantry behind cover and they wouldn't take damage, but this one you can kill them. Also you can't just run squads behind cover, so under fire. So I used to have been in a bad habit, or a habit actually, to run squads while under fire and run into cover. But now, as you run them in, they're taking damage, but when you get into cover, they're pinned down and taking damage as well, and that pretty much results in a lost squad. Reduced chance of losing helmet, small one, but pretty cool. Machine gun damage has been lowered to from 150 125. That's a pretty main one too. Reduced accuracy machine guns as well, big main one there. So this also reduces camping, in fact, in the game, and infantry gameplay is a lot more faster because of MG's inaccuracy and also the damage. So flak fire rate reduced as well by 285 to 280. Oh, this is going to make a big difference. By the way, the penetration of these, it's not listed here, are more realistic now, and the penetration of that gun is actually bigger, all the AA guns. Webberwerfer less in the ammo magazine. Interesting there. So it's going to really have a fast, a really long reload basically, because it fires faster and reloads all the time. Reduction of destruction power of 80 grenades. Interesting. You may need more dynamites then instead. So dynamite effectiveness, or I guess use maybe more, since you can't use 80 grenades to destruct things as easily. Other little things here. Removed PH Panzer IV F1, so it's replaced by the N, obviously. That's a big thing, I guess. It's different in gameplay. All the tank, this is another big change that it's not listed here. Tank ranges have lowered significantly. I'm not sure if this is because the map sizes are quite small, but it does work well in regards to the map size. But tank ranges are very different. So P3 was 130 now to 110. The King Tiger was 180 now to 150. So the larger the range is, the lower reduction. So this also affects tank destroyers mainly, because tank destroyers range is decreased, which allows it to get flanked more easily because it can't shoot the unit from afar. But it makes also light tanks and lighter vehicles and vehicles like tank destroyers like the Hellcat much better. But the F1 here, the range of the new N HE shell is 130. So compare that to the Pack 40. So P3 at 110. So HE shells from the SPGs have been increased and can be a hard counter to emplacements or AT guns now. Let's have a look. Nothing else here interesting. Fixed PM, that's annoying Soviet rocket Katyusha type of T-70 type vehicle. Missing turret, nothing really drastic there. So Those are the fixes, I suppose. Oh, there's some more here. Change the P4 to N, Hetzer, Jag Panther to competitive settings. Change the assault point system. Not sure how that actually works. CP of Taiwan infantry has been lowered by 1. Interesting. So you can actually get doesn't really affect much that I can think of. Increase the call from LNG, so you can't spam the LNGs. 120 to 300 seconds, 120 to 150 seconds, 120 to 150 for snipers and flamethrower officers. Well, I don't know why these are debuffed, because you don't see enough of these in the battlefield, especially the officers. Call timer of the MG to AA, first calling timer, so you can't buy AAs and MGs early, which is fair. Light tanks, armored vehicles, I'm not sure about this one. In team games you don't have the option now to go 223, early 223 because of this. Medium 80 guns, heavy 80 guns and all the other AA guns have increased CP from 5 to, wow, 15, 20, 25 from wow. So basically this is a strategic choice to go the emplacements of 80 machines of the tanks. Howitzers CPs increased as well from a massive amount, 5 to, depending on the level, up to 30 CP for the heavy howitzers. Jeez, that's a big strategic choice to choose to go artillery. Not that I ever think artillery is any good anyway, so there's no point really getting that. Hetzer MP 500 to 525, that's not too bad. Fleck 37 650 to 700, that's a good call as well. Definitely was OP unit. KV1 increase. Ooh, okay. Never thought that was that the OP, but I guess that was a fair call. I guess it's quite hard to deal with anything else the Germans can do. Regular squad, seems like the pricing of regular squads is still the same in terms of differences. So 175 for German squad because of the MG42, US 170, 160. They've done testing on this. Basically, the US squad in mid-range always wins. In long-range, Germany sometimes wins. US also wins sometimes. UK always loses. Soviets can go toe-to-toe with Germans, and Japanese has been tested apparently. So lots of MP changes. LMGs increased for US LMG, UK LMG. All the LMG MPs have increased, so really debuffing the FMGs in this game basically. Assault squad troops, that's the T-34-85 call by the Soviets, 6-pointer. That has decreased. I've never been able to buy this because of CP, but now this is a good call. I might even buy this now since it's 50 CP. Fixed place seems to... oh, cool. So it looks like Argentan is a map. The DLC 1v1 map is in the full version. Also removes call time from Uzuzi Mortar. Wow. So you can choose to go Uzuzi Mortar to start. So those are some of the changes, I suppose. Gameplay has changed significantly, guys. By the way, I'm still on the fence and still evaluating, but it's pretty fun, but a lot more fast-paced. Also, before I go, yes, I'm trying to convince Instinct and Medan that shotgunners are OP, overpowered. But I'm not sure. They don't agree with me at all, and I tried to explain it to them. So I'm going to have to try. You said create a video to explain this. How do you think? Why do you think shotgunners are OP, or do you think shotgunners are OP? And if they are, let me know how we should go about it, or maybe we should get a petition going, because definitely they are OP in my opinion. Let me know what you think.